Welcome back to CK2. So last episode we spent, what was it, 1,500 gold, something nuts on that, trying to build up a bloodline, and it ended up being just about the worst bloodline I think I've ever seen in Crusader Kings, let alone the most expensive as well. So I asked you guys at the end of the last episode, do you want me to adjust it so much? Should we try and make something that makes a little more sense? Because what we ended up with was the Great Philosopher's bloodline that essentially spawns great philosophers and gives you a huge amount of bonuses to cultural tech. In the Game of Thrones world, there is no cultural tech, so we just basically spent 1,500 gold on shit all. So, well, it gave us +3 temple vassal opinion. Let's not wash over it too much. Ooh. So, I asked you guys, do you want me to add anything new? And there was generally kind of a consensus that it should be a religious bloodline, seeing as that's what we focused on. Should have some features in terms of religious gameplay, but obviously shouldn't be too powerful. There was, although everybody wanted it to be changed. That was sort of the main thing. So that's what I've gone for. We've got now the Will of Durran bloodline. Gives us 10% damage against religious enemies, which is quite strong. But again, you've got to remember it costs a shit ton of gold. Court chaplains convert faster, just for some unique mechanics here. And then we've also got can call religious liberation wars. Both of those are probably going to be irrelevant. It's more or less exclusively just the damage against religious enemies plus 10%. You've got to remember, the court, to get this bloodline, it also costs us minus 10% moral authority for 100 years. That's massive. When we're trying to get independence and when we're trying to reform the faith, that's, I mean, it's knocked a huge amount. Well, we've only got 13% now. We basically sacrificed half of it to get what was originally that +3 10 vassal opinion. So I feel like this is a fair exchange. Now, the court chaplains converting counties faster isn't super relevant because our moral authority is so low. As that gets stronger, so will the conversion rate, and then, of course, can call religious liberation wars. It's fairly pointless because we actually don't have anywhere converted. But what it does mean is we've got kind of a cool little bit of gameplay here, whereby we could convert part of the Westerlands. If they go into a rebellion, or if anything happens along those lines, or if we back the king and they don't, we can then declare war on them to liberate our countrymen. So that could give us some sort of, like, weird mechanics that are only really available with the Game of Thrones one, because they're Mega War system. But anyway, speaking of which, we're in 3 different rebellions. None of these are ours, they're all part of the Iron Throne. The Reach is obviously independent, or at least were independent, or are now fighting wars after their independence, whatever's going on there. Oh, they're actually fighting, is that not House, oh, it's House Cornfield, I thought it was House Pickle Juice then. We'll deal with the Reach later. I think they're our obvious target given this. I mean, swallowing that up and gaining a massive amount of Seven Kingdoms would be fantastic, and then 2 of the Riches as well. But we've got a lot of rebellious vassals, so I want to spend this episode tidying up the round pretty quickly because, of course, we've got our very, very good son ready to inherit there. The Marshal 24, he's 27 years old, so we'll have quite a long time with him as well. 120 personal combat, brilliant commander, heavy infantry leader, battlefield terrain master. He's a genius, he's a skilled fighter. I would say probably our best character yet. The only downside is obviously he's widowed, so we can't remarry him, and we can't find him a decent genius wife, which in turn means there's less chance of him getting that double genius kid, because both of his kids so far have been absolute garbage. We've got Ty Durrandon, who's a complete piece of shit, and then we've got Drizzle Durrandon, who's also complete garbage. So we'll worry about that later on, but for now, restructuring the round, making sure everybody has bent the knee, etc. That is what we're going for here. Lady Molly Ann of Parchments, goodbye, nice knowing you. Now, we want them to go into rebellion, ideally, because obviously half our vassals hate us, because half of them are just Westerland Faith of 7. The other half that like us a lot, because we were the ones that landed in the first place. Nice, so we've got an opinion of ourselves, minus 99 there. Obviously, it's not otherwise. Shit, 37 on our court out of 16. Ugh. We need to tidy that up pretty soon, but that's kind of dull. Unfortunately, it's basically going to be me going up to people and saying, hey, Lionel Wensington, get out, goodbye. Going to Tiana Cloudless, hey, goodbye, get out. It's real shame that the base game sort of ask all people to leave court button doesn't work. So, let's start revoking some titles, and hopefully they'll all go into Civil War, and then we can revoke all the titles and dish them back out to people of our religion, our culture. Shit. That's so annoying. God damn it, we actually wanted to rebel. Who else we got? You'll do? God damn it, okay. This is where we're going to get lucky and imprison everybody who's a threat. Oh, there we go. We got one of them at least. Lord Morton. Now, people are going to back him in this rebellion. It's a real question. Also, where is he? He's not even one of the people I wanted to remove. We wanted to get rid of the Westerlanders, and then we've got a guy that's right next to our capital. God damn it, okay. Now, we can build wonders in this, can't we? They haven't been taken out or anything? Oh, they have been taken out. I could always add some of them back, because I don't see why they wouldn't make sense. Like the Imperial Palace, I don't see why that wouldn't make sense to add that, or anything along those lines. I think they kind of work, or like a harbour. Obviously, it doesn't match law. There is obviously not some grand harbour in Storm's End, but also there wasn't a dude called Durran Durrandon who owned a dragon and conquered 2 of the 7 kingdoms. So I think that's kind of fair. It'd be kind of fun to put this back as well, because I do like the way they work mechanically. So, get rid of this guy. We'll do it one at a time. We'll be very careful about things. I don't want to rush forward too much. Apparently, also got an adventurer threat to deal with. Thank you, Boris. Much appreciated. Who's our adventurer? So it's another bloody Wensington, apparently, at the wall. He's not a Black Brother, though, so he's just went to the wall, I guess, in a self-imposed exile there. Okay, we'll worry about that later on. Right, you are done, my friend. My button to disband my troops isn't working. Look at that. What is that doing? Excuse me? I guess it's because it counts as our province. No idea. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. All right, and let's revoke this as soon as possible. So he's a traitor. We can't because... Oh, God, I remember what the problem with it was now. So because we're a vassal under the Iron Throne, and because they have minimum realm authority, we can't revoke any titles despite the fact that our own realm authority is medium. We still are suffering from the -10 vassal opinion because we have medium realm authority. Okay, it's not that bad, though. We'll still get something good out of this, and that is the fact that we can ransom out these people as prisoners, and then try and pay off a bit of this massive, massive debt we've accrued. Now, something else we're trying to do as well is, oh, man. 215, there's a High Lord there that wants to be ransomed out. Excellent, all right. And then we've got another 1, 2, 3, 4 counts, so that'll be another 70 gold per head, right? This could be like another 280 gold. May your years be short and miserable. Thank you. Very kind. So we also joined the Alchemist Guild in the hopes that we can turn our knowledge into freight valuables, it says there, but our knowledge into gold. Hopefully, the second we get out of this debt, the realm will be fairly stable, because I can't imagine it's too far away from succession. We're 54. We haven't got any health problems or anything like that, but we need to be very, very careful in regards to the dragon as well. But making sure the ram's together is our first priority. The dragon, when we're sort of close to potentially dying, or if we fall unwell suddenly, if we get wounded, maimed, injured, whatever, we'll stick the dragon in the pit, and then we'll get our other son to tame it. And he should have no problem with that, with these books, with the, he has the genius trait, obviously, and the dragon pit itself gives like 5 times chance to both of those. Interesting. So, our brother died. Lord Paramount Durran the Dragon inherited the castle of Silversword. He died on the 4th moon, and then a week later, Balon the Wicked of House Corndog of Tarth wants that castle. Now, what castle do we get Silversword? Oh, it actually should be his anyway. So, he's willing to give us 100 gold in exchange for this, and we owe him a favor. He wants to acquire some land in exchange for a very... Wait, well, why do we owe him a favor if that's the case? Sure. I mean, I haven't got a problem with that. The second we can get out of this, the better. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is fantastic, because we actually need to learn the secrets of wildfire before we can level up to the next level of the Alchemist Guild. So what we have to do is accept that. I grant titles to whoever I want. Yeah, I mean, that should have been his anyway. It's Drakesgrave. We have to hire a new Alchemist, and then from those guys, we right-click and we... Sorry. Thank you. We right-click and we click Learn Wildfire. Oh, is it on this button? Excuse me? Oh, maybe we don't have any knowledge. Okay, yeah, I imagine we've got to do that first. We can acquire some ingredients, I guess. That might give us a little bit of knowledge. Right, that guy in our court. Let's mark him as special interest and make sure we don't accidentally kick him out of our court. Where is it? Last to learn wildfire. There it is. So what do we need for that one then? Oh, we just need 50 personal wealth. That's kind of annoying that we're going to need money to make money to pay off our debt. If I'd have known that, I probably wouldn't have gone for the Alchemist Guild so quickly. Oh, no. The Lordship of North Crackclaw. Just for reference, that's our final holy site. We own Weeping Town, even though it says we don't. Oh, it's not held by gods of Stormlands, so we need to convert Weeping Town. Baelor is the only other site, and obviously Baelor is in King's Landing, so we absolutely don't want to do that. But Crackclaw Point all the way up here is something we need. So this is putting us back down to 500 gold again. God damn it, I'm really glad No! Money didn't make me happy, nor did respect. You're a liar. Well, goodbye plus 10% national tax. I guess we won't worry about that too much. But that is our final holy site. So by getting that and obviously converting it to our religion, we can hopefully regain that moral authority that we've lost from, it says there, debated dogma minus 10%. And like I said, that's 100 years we've got to worry about that for. That bloodline was a super, super heavy cost, especially as it basically directly went against the goals of this campaign, which is bring back the Storm God religion. My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiratorial factions. Lord Osbert Brax, that is a look at that. Look at that house symbol. That's incredible. Westerman, yeah, threaten the vassal. Send him a threatening message. You are forgiven, my friend. So what are we looking at in terms of factions? Of course, it's all of our Westerlands. I'm not looking to, so Salanta for the Stormlands. Okay, fair enough. I'm not looking to defeat any of those factions, because I would rather them rise up and we defeat them in war. Oh, God. Early this morning, a party of our men came at the gate of Storm's End. They came on the orders of Lord Geoffrey to arrest me and take me to King's Landing for judgment. My own guard subdued these men, so they can't take me by force. What should we do now? We either flee and abdicate to Boris Durrandon. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, shit, he's depressed for... Okay, I think we need to jump in as this guy, don't we? Okay, Durran the Dragon. I think we can lock the dragon in the dragon pit, right? Oh, no, we can't. Shit, why can't we lock the dragon in the dragon pit? Oh, no. Are you joking? The dragon pit is still there. I don't know why we can't lock the dragon away. I must flee. We'll just have to abdicate. The thing is, he'll keep that dragon if we do that. We can't fight the Iron Throne, can we? We've got 35,000 men. He's got 185,000. We can't win. I shall submit myself peacefully, but I worry because we are a traitor to the realm, he could just revoke our titles. There's no... Oh, no, we can't because he's low crown authority. It was the low realm authority now. Oh, shit, no, now he can. Am I thinking that that's accurate? Realm authority is not high enough. No, still, okay. Sure, maybe not then. Fine then. I shall submit myself peacefully and let's see what he'll have us do. Let's make our request. There we go. He's put us under house arrest because we are, you know, the most powerful lord in Westeros. For the time being, or for some time now, my son Boris has been complaining about his painful joints. He's got gout. God damn it, call for a court physician. It's also severe. Oh no. Everything's gone wrong so quickly. This is what greed will do. We took the whole of the Westlands, but look at the cost that we paid now. President of the court, we actually gave him a good symptom treatment. When we dive in as this guy, we can solve a lot of his issues here. My heart's been stolen, literally. Okay, never mind. What do we do for our ambition? Is there like get out of jail? Is that an ambition we can pick? Build a war chest, sure, why the hell not? Can we take a focus? Apparently we can stick with business focus while we're in prison. I guess because we're under house arrest? I have no idea why that works. Okay. Offer to take the black. Demand a trial by combat. Nominate our son. He's gouty though. Let's demand a trial by combat. Trial by combat is an ancient custom which can be used to settle accusations or disputes in single combat, possibly to the death. You announce to King Geoffrey Ashford your intent to have your right to you invoke your right to trial by combat. You must now select your champion. Who do you want to go for then? We can fight in our trial personally. We have 75 personal combat. Our son has 80. I would rather us die and him inherit than him die and us be stuck in prison, if that makes sense. Offer to fight personally. We are going to be up against Sir Jeremy Ashford, who is clearly better than us. This will be hard fought. Poison Kraken Fire. Do it. You are overwhelmed by Sir Jeremy's immense strength as he strikes you with your body charge. You are sent reeling, which gives you an opening. We are dead. I tried to hold Sir Jeremy back, but his onslaught is unstoppable. I only slipped once, but all is needed to put his spear swiftly through my head. Why do we gain one-handed and severely injured if we're just straight up going to die? Can we lock the dragon in the dragon pit still? We are dead. Goodbye. Durran Godsgrief. Slain in a trial by combat. Cursed with an unhealthy love of food. Durran was known for his massive girth. He was. Many at court were fearing his habits would lead to the untimely demise years before his death. And maybe that's what contributed to his death. Personal combat skill -10. Might have evened up the fight. He may have learnt his lesson. Lord Boris III. Here we are. As per law and custom, 935 of your father's wealth have been divided among 3 of your kinsmen. Awesome. My father deserves a small funeral. The dragon's here. Okay. Why did it automatically become our friend? I don't know. Oh, God, what the hell is this? Event Desk 38071B. I cannot afford it right now, but I promise to a player I owe them nothing. We can offend moneylenders, losing national debt and also 400 prestige. But it is a loan of... we gain prestige for that one. Wait, what? Gain 404 prestige? And we actually lost it. I don't know why it said that. Okay. We need to tame this dragon, don't we, really? Let's do it. You will now have to decide how to approach this wild beast. War? I think war. Let's just make sure we've got the book equipped. So we've got Fires of the Freehold, gives 150% taming chance. We've got Blood and Fire, 30% taming chance. We've got the Genius trait, which gives another 200%. I think we're fine. I don't think anything else. Does anything else affect it? Maybe Skill Foot Patient, perhaps? No. I think we're good. I will tame the dragon. You've successfully tamed Stormfire. Oh, that's so good. Okay, there we go. We're back. We're back in the saddle. 31 Marshal. Your bannerman, Lord Balon Valerian, has been captured by Lord Roland Seaworth of Dragonstone, has taken to Sweetport Sound as a prisoner. We have Dragonstone, don't we? My God, we have a ridiculous amount. I forgot we had Dragonstone as well. Awesome. Well, there we go. Okay, we're back in the saddle. Goodbye, Durran. You were a debatable character. You definitely put us into a ridiculous amount of debt and sort of bought your own death early on. We're widowed. How do we deal with being widowed? Because we can't remarry until that's gone, and I don't know how to do it, short of taking the Carazin folks, which obviously I don't really want to do. I'm not going to make the Kingdom of the Crownlands. Thank you for the offer. Why don't we see who we've got traitors in our realm and deal with them first? Look, 26%. She's the leader of a plot. We've got 31,000 men. God damn it. I'm trying to get these people to rebel, and they're just surrendering to us. I guess because they know they just can't win, huh? Yep, she is now in prison. I'll end the chase of House Pickle Juice there. We're losing a lot of control. The Stormlander religion is definitely starting to become weaker and weaker as time goes by. Okay, there we go. We managed to imprison them all, which is something, I guess. We're not imprisoning you because you are Stormlander. Okay. What can we do? We can't ask to convert religion or anything like that, because obviously we're unreformed. Can we revoke their titles? Nothing. Realm authority is not high enough still. I don't know what law they've passed. So Realm authority is low in the Iron Throne. Oh shit, was I looking at the Reach? My mistake. Why is the Reach counted as separate? The Reach... Oh, because they're still in their civil war. Can we do anything about that? Now that we're a new character, can we... Oh my god, we can dragon conquest them. What do we need? If the dragon had 10... Oh my god, I forgot we could do that. If the dragon had 10 martial, we could hit the reach. Now, we can't use the dragon until it's got 5 personal combat. We can't dragon conquest until it's got... Sorry, 5 martial. And we can't dragon conquest unless it's got 10 martial. We're getting there. It's going to be a long time before that we can declare this ridiculous Casus Belli, but when it gets 5 martial, it means we can at least defend ourselves against armies, that type of thing. Lord Paramount Boris III, I hereby invite you to attend the tourney of Griffin's Roost. Sure, let's see if it'll help get him over his old widowed thing. Now, I'm not sure how much faster priests will proselytize. What have we got, really? Oh, good. Well, that was worth it. So even that bloodline that we got, even me adding it, court chaplains convert counties faster. I don't know if you saw that. Proselytize, county religion converted, 0.47% chance yearly. So roughly 1 in every 200 years, we will convert a province. So at the rate we're going, it would only be... I mean, how many provinces are in Westeros, realistically? Well, let's just double check here. Let's go over to the ledger. This might have been a shitty bloodline. Why is my ledger button not working? Excuse me. There we go. Okay. Right, so let's take a look. We want to check independent realms, which is down here somewhere. Hang on. Independent states. We check realm size. So the Iron Throne, 857. Well, we know 6 of those are Stormlander. So we got 800. That's only going to take, what, like 2,000 years to convert the Iron Throne? That's not too bad. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic, can I tell at this stage? I think that whole thing was a waste of time, and I think it's actually going to cause us a lot of issues in the future, but never mind. I wanted to thank you for your... What? My dear Lord Paramount, I wanted to thank you for your virtuous rule. You are an inspiration to me. Jonald. Jonald. What a kind thing to say, Jonald. Send him a gift. Thank you, Jonald, for your services. I name you High Almoner. That was unexpected. That was nice. I needed to hear that today. Thank you. I saw my mortal enemy as soon as... I saw my mortal enemy, Blank, as soon as I stepped into King Joffrey's castle. Blank presence was almost more than I could bear, and I lumped up my sword and impaled Blank with it. We don't have a sword. We have a, we have Crackclaw Fire, obviously. Now, somebody said, rename this Dragon Axe. I really like this name, by the way. Rename it to Rock Splitter, because we took the Reach, sorry, we took the Westerlands, the Rock, with... That's what it used to be called. With that dragon, the dragon that then died, and we turned it into the Dragon Axe. So Rock Splitter is a good name for that. There we go. Perfect. What a nice little... We've got some cool backstories to a lot of these items, huh? I challenge you to a duel. We're going to challenge Sir Dowald. He has 0 personal combat. Oh. Septon Tristan is heartened by your illness. Who the fuck are we fighting? Okay, well, even this guy fighting him, I'm fine with that. It's not out until blood is drawn to strike. I mean, surely we're just going to kill him no matter what, right? There we go. I was going to say, we got 90 personal combat, even though he is gouty. He is still a powerhouse. Yield, I yield. I mean, do we want to murder a septum in King's Landing? Of course not. Obviously, victory is ours instead. Well, a lot of our vassals are okay with us now. We're actually not doing too bad. It's still roughly 50-50, but and most of that is down to the fact that we've imprisoned a lot of people that maybe I shouldn't have. I mean, it's nothing a little bit swaying here and there couldn't do, so I'm going to try and work these vassals over a little bit and maybe, I don't know, give them... Oh, God, we can make them court jesters. Okay, maybe we send some gifts. If we've got any artifacts... Send him my... No, I'm not sending him my fancy act. Get out of here with that nonsense. And our son is garbage, I assume. Let's at least start educating him, even if he isn't a genius. We'll hold out for a genius before we really commit to this kid, though. Before I give him the Rock Splitter. So Eric Cunnington and Sir Cleard and Morrigan were in the joust on the list. I forgot that we were... That's why we were there. Sure. Please try and get rid of your... Please try and not be widowed anymore. Otherwise, we're going to have to take carousing, which sucks. Because obviously it doesn't give us any sort of measurable bonuses. Ooh, he wants to make it his High Admiral. I mean, it's basically just a sort of a ceremonial position. It has no real power across the round, but I'll take that understandably, given how much power we hold. The Lord Commander of the Kingsguard wants us to vote in favour with him. Don't snap on Steck. Okay. I henceforth owe you a favour. Yeah, let's go for that. I don't mind that. I don't really care what we're voting on in the Iron Throne, to be honest with you. My lord, Lord Monsoon Durrandon, which is our brother. Yep, request the right to take the Blackens. Oh, wow, he wants to go to... Oh... Sure, we'll send him to the wall, absolutely. That's dealing with that problem a little bit, huh? My lord, I write on behalf of the bank to express consternation in your actions, placate the envoy with smooth words. I'm surprised we have enough diplomacy to actually be able to do that still, because that's very, very useful that we don't have to piss our vassals off. Honorary title, let's take it. I mean, we've technically already got that as Master of Ships, right? But we'll still go for that one. Sure. So even now, look at this. 24th 7th moon. Thanks to my wise stewardship of Storm's End, the local thieves guild has been eradicated. Even now, we're still suffering from the effects of that bloodline, which I think was a massive waste of time. It does kind of suck that we would spend that much time and effort and gold trying to get something that's normally a very, very good and you know, useful investment, at least. We're just still paying for it. It was just really not worth it at all. I kind of wish I could take that back now. Never mind. I will ask him. I'm curious about his faith. Yep, let's try and sway this boy as much as possible. I think if we gain sympathy for the Westerosi gods, it's not such a bad thing, because I think they like us a little bit more, huh? Let's check this out. Do you think any more? No, he actually doesn't give a shit. Okay, fine. Nothing to worry about then. We are now a title claimant on the Iron Throne because, of course, we're a Dragon Rider, which immediately gives us a claim on High Lordship of Crackclaw Point. The second we're out of debt, we're straight back in. Okay, awesome. So we'll pay that off very quickly, and that gives us the whole duchy. Last time we only got the lordship. Taking the whole thing is obviously far more useful because it means we've got less, you know, sort of claimants. Should have still had land up there, and should have been trying to go to war no matter what to try and grab that. Long live the king. Who is the new king? Jeffrey Ashford. Yeah, we knew that. Oh, it's because we're a new ruler and we haven't had a chance yet to say long live the king? Thank you. Appreciate it. My God, look at the troops he's got. 450,000. What? That's a huge amount. Where's he got all of these troops from? Oh, is it because we're a great ruler and we have... No, it's not. Oh, the Reach has come back under things, obviously, but we've got... Who the hell has all these troops then? Because it's certainly not coming from him. The Reach has 10,000 men. The Trident must have a shit ton of men then, huh? 30,000? No. The Vale have 30,000. The North has 3,000. I'm just doing the numbers off the top of my head. That doesn't add up. I mean, Dawn as well. I don't know. I don't know where the hell they're getting all these troops from, but that's... Let's check his realm tree. I mean, we can find out where he's getting his goddamn troops from by checking the goddamn realm tree. All right. No, that's not right. I don't know where these guys are coming... Well, his levy. Are they event spawned? No, from vassals, 540,000. I mean, we have 40k. They have 40k. They have 30k. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to see why it's adding up now. He's got high lordships that have... Okay, 8,000. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely sure I understand where it's all coming from, but that's a significant amount of troops. I think the Civil War is becoming less and less... Like, independence is becoming less and less likely, unless we can get this dragon to a decent... Like, I think we're going to have to wait till the dragon's fairly old and bulletproof, or crossbow-proof, scorpion-proof, before we actually try and go up against the guy. We're going to have to go for a lot more. I was kind of hoping we could just wait for his troops to disappear and then take advantage of a civil war, maybe, to declare our independence. But this is very much a bulletproof king right now. Alright, let's just take it. We've got 31 gold in the treasury. That's enough. You know, if it doesn't matter whether or not they can ask us to stand down legally, we're going to try it either way, because either we'll get it, or they'll ask us to stand down, we'll just have to stop. So, we'll find out from actually launching this war. Let's hope so. Levy reinforcement rate plus 50%. You could argue, oh, don't go to war unless you know for definite, because you waste a little bit of gold, but it doesn't matter. We might just be able to snipe it from under them anyway. We've got plenty of troops sort of nearby, like, bear in mind we've got all of this. So, that alone may be enough to quickly get this war over with before they even demand our surrender. Right, excuse me. I would like to draw a box. Our round's too large. I can't draw a box around all of our goddamn troops. All right, there we go. Okay. Let's just get... I mean, we could probably just win it with that, to be honest with you. If we got to go with 32, 23... Who's the other one? 22. They haven't got many troops. What I'm concerned about is obviously, A, the disease, but also leaving people behind during garrisons and stuff. They're maybe hiring people. Oh, we can't even siege it down, but... It's not a bad start. So Northern Crackclaw is already sieged by who exactly? Lady Maliard the Mutilator and Whispers War for damage claim on... So someone else is trying to grab Crackclaw Point. Let's shut that down. Let's stop that right now. Get out of here with that shit, because they've already got that... Now, seeing as we're hostile to them, we should be able to counter-siege this, or siege it for ourselves, specifically. Let's move up and see if we can do that very, very briefly. That's also going to save us a lot of time, because now they've got no garrison, thanks to this other person wiping them out. Got, something we can do? Deploy the dragon in the siege. Oh, shit, it's already got that much martial, huh? No. I thought it needed 5 martial, or maybe it's just an age of 5. Either way, I'm not going to do it, because it's so puny that it will probably just die during the first siege. We've taken Estaring, but Lady Timena Cloudness is not here. There's no one of value here. That's fine. We can just quickly grab this. And we've got a ticking war score now. Princess time I asked Lord John to spend some time with me. Of course, come join me on this battlefield, in this cursed, disease-ridden battlefield. Meanwhile, everyone else can say, we've got 4,000 men on Dragonstone. I also want to revoke Dragonstone at some stage, so it might be worth going over to you and maybe, I don't know, Plotsman Site Revolt. He will revolt against her, so we'd have to get her to revolt first, which obviously we can't do because she's a 3-year-old girl. So a member of House Seaworth, how could I do that to lovely young Davos the Onion Knight? What can we do? How can we could retract vassalage? I don't know if we can do that in this one, can we? No, Realm Authority's not high enough. We'll just have to wait for her to come of age and then get her to... No, we don't need that anymore. It's too late. Thank you. That ship has sailed. One place I would love to get is Old Town. So that's one of the biggest and most powerful duchies in the game, full stop. So Old Town is fairly sizable. But of course, we need to take the Reach piecemeal. I think we do need to weaken them quite heavily because they could potentially have a larger army than us if left unchecked. Let's start fabricating claims on Old Town itself. And that's also just, you know, would be very, very powerful for not only us to gain, but for them to lose. Would open up the doors for us to actually full-on conquesting them. Right, okay. Merge those boys. Merge those boys. You are going to die to a horrible, horrible disease. tried my best to be conciliatory with Jon, but we simply couldn't come to an agreement. We have the patient trait. We're losing 75 prestige, but we are going to sway him by 5 points, which I don't really care about. Nice. We're a student of strategy. I thought we might as well buff this guy up in terms of martial, because we're going to have some big wars coming ahead, especially when we start doing, I'm not going to use the word traitorous, but questionable things with the realm, huh? 70% war score. Was that our council becoming content? I heard a man giggling. It's either that or I'm going completely insane. Right, what's your chance to proselytize? Oh, good, 0.35%. That bloodline might still need to... I might still do something with it. I'm really kind of pissed off about that, so I'll probably still... If you guys got any more, like, direct suggestions for it, because clearly I've tried my hand and fucked it up, so I might give it a go with some other stuff. But it's kind of... A lot of the base game bloodlines don't really apply to Game of Thrones. It's the reason why our bloodline's so garbage in the first place, unfortunately. Let him rot. Okay, so we're up to 93%. Is there another province I missed? Oh, she's surrendering. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll take it for myself. We don't lose anything. Oh, we go to war with... Oh, with these guys, because they've got a claim on it. Right, so, okay. So rather than us defending our vassal, or rather our vassal trying to defend itself from these people becoming our vassal, we have to now stop these people. Hey, get out of here. Merge these troops. Can we assault it down again? Absolutely we can. Get Boris on the center. Alright. Merge these. Thank you. Alright. That's gonna... We're just gonna annihilate them. Even though they have a decent amount of defenders yet. Not 167 men lost. You shouldn't have even turned up. Right. Thank you very much. Can we revoke his title now? No, of course we can't. Because the realm authority is not high enough. Ha ha ha. Despite the fact that we passed that law. It's the one downside to the Mega War system in Game of Thrones one. It lets you do some other sneaky shit you can't normally do, like conquer other high kingdoms. But it also makes law changes completely pointless, essentially. It does mean that you could play the council law cleverly if you wanted to do that, but I'm not. I don't really care about it. It can be a little OP if you play that too well. What's going on with the middle of his eyes? There's some really strange shit going on. It doesn't look normal. Okay, let's give you a little bit of a cut here. What we got? That's a good beard. That's a beard that shows power and strength. All right, nice. There we go. Boris III is still, of course, depressed and widower. We're going to have to go for Krausen, aren't we? I said I didn't want to do it because now we've just started to get the good events associated with it. If we leave it in his hands, he's just going to die at the age of 30 from depression. Let's take a look at this one. Excuse me. Minus 50%. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. I hope that Krausen can solve it. I know it can deal with depressed. I don't know if it can deal with widowed, though. Let's ransom out these prisoners. 2 reasons. Number 1, 360 gold. That's quite nice. That would double the amount of gold we've got right now. B, it also will give them a chance to start plotting again and maybe go into open rebellion. Maybe their factions will fire, that type of thing. We can crush them and try and, I don't know, revoke the titles or try and pass a law on the King's Council to revoke titles. What is it? It's just realm authority. The council's not allowed to initiate voting on that, but of course everybody supports it. The only opponent is King Joffrey the Iron Throne. We can start a faction to solve that, can't we? And because we have so many supporters already... who's that? Oh, the Iron Islands want independence. Yeah, what a shocker. Increase council power. Well, that's not right. We want to increase crown authority. We don't want to do any of these. Oh, and there's already one. Factions in the Stormlands. No, there's really not, huh? That's garbage. Overthrow the monarchy. Overthrow the monarchy. Increase council. Let's try that one to start off with then. See if we can't get some people on side. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that. 733 gold. I'll take it. So... we have gained a lot more power, even though it's been kind of hit and miss, and obviously trying to solve a lot of the issues that Bloodline has caused this episode. But I mean, we've just gained a ridiculous amount of power. Like, we're still completely nuts. Love to go to war against the Trident. That's my goal, is not necessarily to gain these big swaths of land at once, although that was kind of fun. Just to reduce the strength of the other High Lords so that we are, without a shadow of doubt, the strongest in the realm. We can't really do much against the Trident. Like, we have no de jure claims, we have no landed vassals, any claims on the stuff. What about the Vale? Claim a single province from them. That's not worth a war that's going to kill thousands. Oh, we can claim the Giant's Lance. Oh, that's the capital. So if we land Lord Elbert of the Vale there, we could go to war for that. We could even like Langwood Hall and just push it for him. Give him the Duchy there. That way we've got Highgarden, Casterly Rock, Storm's End, and we'd have the Eyrie as well. Holy shit. Okay. We can also claim the Vale for him, but obviously we're too low rank for that. Oh, he's also got to claim the Sisters. We can push 2 clans for him. Grant a land and title of, then, Langwood Hall. My friend, this one is yours. Congratulations. Let's consolidate our power a little bit, huh? I would like to take, if you don't mind, this one from you. How many men have they got? 29,000. We have 43,000. In theory, we should win it, but in theory, we should have won a lot of other wars we've been fighting, huh? Man, we're not even fully reinforced either. We got a lot of troops. Right, let's put a rally point like Dalston Keep. I mean, whatever's got a decent amount of supply in this vague area. Yeah, Dalston Keep was absolutely the best one. We apparently own that one too. Right. Oh, did I give him the right one? Storm's End. Highgarden. Dalston. What did I give him? Oh, we must have... oh, right, so that's the Duchy King's Landing. That explains a lot. Okay, that's fine then. You know, I'm more than happy to have that. Right, so declare war. Let's push his claim for him. The Giant's Lance is the right one. Boom. We've never been to war with the Vale yet. You've got to remember they got mountains, so the dragon is going to be completely pointless, even if I was desperate enough to use it, which I don't think I'm ever going to be. I don't want to risk this dragon. It's the final dragon in the whole world, and there are no more dragon eggs this time, whereas the last one we could afford to be a bit more risky with, because we could have potentially got another dragon out of it. This time it's not the case. Okay, they got 8,000 men there, which if we kill off, that's not entirely half. It's like, what, a third of their... Oh, okay. There's like a third of their forces, so the sooner we can kill it, the better. I thought then he was asking us to stand down and order with Brandon to trade, but he actually has no legal right to demand it, because his crown authority is in the toilet. Don't blame me, okay? I tried to increase that, although I did lower it a little bit, but we need to find a nice medium. Ronald Storm, nothing. Absolutely nothing, Ronald Storm. That's what you get for being born in the circumstances that you were, my friend. Lord Paramount Boris, after listening to the advice of a group of bannermen led by Lord Hugo, I relinquished my position of Lord of Duskendale. Sure, again, don't really care about that too much. They're just going to stand there, huh? So between their main forces and their sub-forces, Tywin Storm, our cousin, wants to go to the Citadel, absolutely. Between them and our, between their main forces and their sub-forces here is us. We've managed to get enough troops there to definitely be able to stop them. Let's just all reinforce around here then, huh? Oh, someone's caught something. Chittering Brook. It's like 1,000 versus 2,000. It's not a big deal. Oh, right. They landed some troops over there. We've got that one in the bag. We outnumber them. Even though they've got a commander, they took, what is that, a naval landing, perhaps? River crossing. Okay, well, they're screwed then. Goodbye. Nice knowing you. What are you doing? They're moving towards the giant doomstack. Fine by me. Nothing to worry about then. Desmond and Rhaegar. Are they movement locked? No, they will be movement locked in 2 days. Stop, and then move over and kill them all. Okay, this is why I like movement lock so much, because the AI is kind of garbage at it, huh? It's kind of a little bit OP unless you're playing against other players. I might disable that for future playthroughs, because I've sort of, between this one and the other series, especially with Organizer, it's sort of, it's given me that, that sign that maybe movement lock the AI is kind of garbage with them. Maybe it makes the game a little bit too easy in warfare. Shit, Rash. No, don't die. Don't die. You're good. You're great, Pox. Depressed and gout and something else. This could be a serious concern. Alright, now the only thing I'm concerned about, mainly, outside of that, is also the supply in the area tends to be garbage because they're all mountains. Not many farms up here. Forthright message is what he needs. Are we even working this guy? Is it even doing anything for us? Right, so we are sieging the area here. It's obviously going to take some time. We can't deploy the dragon because it is pure mountain, or not. Can't deploy the dragon in battles in mountains, perhaps? Well, you know what I said about not risking the dragon? I mean, it is the Eyrie. It's generally the hardest, considered the hardest castle ever to take in Westeros. So if we're ever going to use the dragon, this is it. It's not like King's Landing. The Rock is also fairly difficult, although the Westerlands, sorry, Castle Rock is obviously fairly difficult. This one, though, I think the Eyrie is arguably even worse than that. So we've got two big old doomstacks here. I think I'm going to send... Oh, upon learning the death of your father, you left the Southsword Company and the Free Cities on a home ship filled with loot from your campaigns. It was a long and perilous journey, but if you have firmly planted on the soil of the land that's your birthright, the throne is yours. Excuse me, I feel like that's absolutely not what happened at all, but okay. So what we're going to do then is we're going to put these guys up here. Oh shit, gonorrhea. But he's been widowed for ages. Okay, this is really bad. This guy's just going to die of a bunch of diseases we can't do shit all about. Good. Try something new. We've got to. Eunuch. Uh-huh. Very funny. Very, very good and nice. Okay. Shit. Well, that's a real concern. We've got a son, but he hasn't got genius. He hasn't got anything going for him, to be honest with you. Oh my god, that's horrible. Okay, then. Lord Tide, good luck, because you're going to need it. You haven't got anything else going for you. So we're going to take over the siege with a different army, and then we're going to send Boris up with to go and just kill his army here before they manage to take something out. My lord, I'm deeply hesitant to ask, but the coffers of your lord subjects running dry from the upkeep of levies. We have to say yes, otherwise they lose -10 opinion. We've got more than enough gold to do so, and I'm kind of saving it for times like this anyway to keep our vassals happy. I'm fine with doing that. We are attacking into mountains. Obviously, it's a Vale, but we are way superior to them in terms of commanding. All right, chase them back down. They have knights, though, you've got to remember. They are the Knights of the Vale. They have a lot of horse riders and that type of shit. So you have to be somewhat careful with this, because they do have superior troops. Actually, they don't really... We have more... Okay. I take back everything I said. We've got more cavalry thrown them. So much for the Knights of the Vale. Okay. 59%. How are we doing with the Siege of the Eyrie? That'll be falling in no time, then. I'll just have to smooth this over. Thank you, High Diplomacy. Let's move these boys south. And then when they've taken over the siege, we're going to move these boys down to take over this one as well. Good God, the attrition in this place is crippling, huh? It's not going to be quite the Casterly Rock situation, because we've stopped taking attrition damage now. But my god, if we got into that again, I'd have been forced to just use the dragon always. I'm not going to do the dragon too much at all, like I've said, but that was one example. Just killing off some of their defenders was definitely worth it. Master of strategy. Hey, there we go. Second we finish with that, I'm flipping over to, I was going to say family or family folks or whatever, but it's no point. We're widowed. Oh man, we lost both of our problems. What was it? Gout and gonorrhea? They're gone. Okay, nothing wrong with that then. We don't need to lose widowed because we're a eunuch. Who cares if we've got no fertility? I mean, that really does not matter. Obviously, losing depressed would be kind of nice. Because that way, it's not got any health malices whatsoever. We're going to take the hardest castle to take in Westeros in, like, a very small, easy war. Yet bloody Casterly Rock took us months and months and... What, like 3 years in the end? Thank you. That's it, we're done. That's powerful. That's nuts. Wait. Excuse me? Excuse me. I feel like that's not... It's not really on, is it? Hang on, I thought this was ours as well. What's the deal with this? We had Rodsby at one point. What's... you fucker. What do you mean, Sir Peter? We just pushed your claim and now we didn't even get the area out of it, you big shit. Defending against Arnie of Craster's Keep Wildling Revolt. Of course, yep. Thank you for watching. What a great war. In fact, that was worth the time and the risk and the dragon of everything. Once again, we didn't get the title we went for. Okay, not too salty. Good, so we got a shitty bloodline and a shitty wall that gave us a shitty piece of land to a shitty dude who's gonna die and he's gonna inherit it back anyway because it's military command. Good. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons for making my blood pressure this incredibly high. It's not your fault, it's a series. It's Game of Thrones mod. Okay, it's just Game of Thrones mod things, you know. Big shout out to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Blurry Bunny, Sadini, Conspired T, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Danny Good, Donald, Eric B, Escape, Facunda Vasquez, Fungus King, Gogolus, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lendine Tesla, Justin Wallace, Kaden Carter, Michael Mullen, Muskratful, Nathan Flores, Necrophil, and Pavis Presley, Sethal the Swede, Sorogon, Toby Cruz, Tom Terry 18, Tyler Kendall, Vacuous Backers, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support, the Insanity levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the channel possible in the first place. It's much appreciated. And, of course, the same goes out to Asro, Adam Person, Akari, Andrew Wilson, Arachnid44, Betimus Max, Sidini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Don217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Aaron McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Jordan DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plott, Justin Walters, Lemon Stark, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lindbergh, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Nixie, Pan Samu, Panther Pearl, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Venom Meow, Will Wade Wolfie, and Zico2. Thank you all for your support.